Ladies and gentlemen, what is going on? It is your boy Flows here with my brother Scott.
Yes, sir.
It is the 79th of Halifax. I'm not going to host you Bears post-game video. Bears fall to the Rams in overtime, 20-17. Heartbreaker. They were down 17-10 with a couple minutes left in the game. Defense stops the number one ranked offense in the NFL. Bears get the ball back. It's like 4th and 4. Sit in the red zone. Caleb falls back at least 20 more yards. Ends up throwing, at least from that spot, about 40
The craziest throw of the
pass.
year. I didn't think it was going to get crazier
Right.
than the other shit, but that was insane.
One of this year has seen 3 crazy throws that I just can't understand. One was, I think, against the Giants to DJ in the end zone. Another was on 4th.
That was the Browns.
Against the Browns to DJ in the end zone. Another was a couple weeks ago. Was that last week?
It was last week, 4th and 8.
Fourth and 8
the Jordan pose.
against the Packers, the Jordan pose. And then now 4th and 4 to Cole Kmet, who's boxed out one-on-one in the back of the end zone. Beautiful, beautiful pass. After, of course, the extra point tie game, Rams nearly going to overtime. I mean, stadium's rocking. Defense holds them down on their Rams' first possession. Bears get the ball back. They start getting in Rams' field. And then pass to DJ Moore, miscommunication between the two. Just comes up short. Rams get it back. Methodical drive, get the field goal, win the game 2017. After that, obviously, what's your feelings right now? What do you feel?
I feel like shit. It's playoff games. No matter how, fun the season was, people were saying house money, which I didn't agree with. Once you get in the divisional round, you made the Elite Eight of the NFL, go and win it. NFL season is every year is different. I mean, the Rams are the only NFC team to be in the divisional round that was in the divisional round last year.
Yeah.
So each year is a different story, something that Ben and Caleb both echoed. So, yeah, it was disappointing. But out of all of the heartbreaking Bears playoff losses I've had in my life, this is the easiest to deal with.
Yeah.
And the reason I say that is because Caleb Williams is a guy.
Yeah.
I mean, when we did our preseason pod, we said by the end of the season, we know if we got the guy.
Yeah.
We got the guy. Yeah. And the entire NFL knows we got the guy.
Right.
Bears fans, NFC North rivals, they're going to make their little jokes today when they've been sitting on the couch for the last couple weeks. Vikings been sitting at the couch all fucking season. We sent the Packers home last week, and Detroit been sitting there all year. So they're going to get their jokes off. Like I tweeted, I respect it. Slander is the name of the game, and I respect the game.
Yeah, Cinderella on Twitter. I follow her, and I put like the freaking Mekhi Phifer from Paid in Full Tears. She put flame emojis. I'm like, I respect it.
I respect it.
Because if the situation was reversed, you think I'm not going to laugh at the Lions?
Years I hate watched the Packers after we didn't make the playoffs.
That's all we had.
And I'm going to dance on the Rams' grave next week when the Seahawks get in there. That's a whole nother conversation.
And the funny thing is, like, the teams that lose will say, well, yeah, we all out. I'm like, sure, but you're with us.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it's a little different when the team you're laughing
Packers
at.
different. I'm talking about, like, with the Rams.
Oh,
the
no,
Rams lose next
for real.
week.
But I'm just saying it is a little different when you really can't laugh at the team that sent you home. But whatever.
Right.
But I'm not finna politics slander. I know how the game goes.
I guess I'm talking specifically like the Lions. I'm like, yeah, it's
fuck
not
the
the
Lions.
same as the Packers, but
Fuck the Lions. We got a quarterback. You got Jared Goff. Anyway, my point is, people know, and you even knew. And first of all, I just want to give a shout out to this crowd today, man. Soldier Field was amazing. We got a toast this year of what the NFL is like when the Bears are good and when they have a star in Caleb Williams. There was so many celebrities here these last couple games. Spike Lee was here 2 games. Rose Cedric, the Entertainer, was here today. The cast of The Bear was here. Everybody was here, man, and to give them a show. And I loved how when the final kick win, game was over, and the crowd stood up and gave the team a standing ovation.
Yeah.
Because even in our best dreams, if you would have told me we were a possession, if you told us in July, we began training camp, that the Bears would be a possession away from the NFC Championship game, you taking it.
Yeah.
You take, even if you knew it would have been ended as brutal as it ended today. So
it's like if you could see the future, but you couldn't change the decision.
Yeah.
And you could see me and Scott sitting in the press box with our heads down like this, and I would look at Scott if we were looking in the future, and I'd be like, I can live with that.
yeah, it sucked. We stayed in that press box for about 15 minutes.
Damn near a lot of us did.
Yeah, it sucked. It's gonna take a couple days to get over. It's not gonna be. It's not like something that's painful. But I do believe this is the Bears have set themselves up well. Like I said, NFL stands for not for long. Who knows if the Bears will have the same injury luck on offense that they had? But I think the thing the Bears are going to look at this offseason is the amount of missed opportunities.
Yeah.
We both said coming into this game, the defense. This was the best I've seen the Bears defense look. Not just this year, But honestly, since 2018.
Probably since 2018.
This
yeah.
was the best Bears defensive performance since 2018.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody was on it. DeMarco Jackson filled in amazingly for TJ
Man,
Edwards.
I guess DeMarco's an interesting perspective.
Yeah.
He's an interesting player because
TJ's going to miss all of next year.
right.
And so that's the guy, Tremaine.
Because what, it was a fibula? It was
Yeah.
complete,
It's a 6 to 12 month injury. He's in his 30s. It might be 12. You know, he played well. You know, Tremaine Edmonds played well. The pass rush. Montez Sweat, bro, I got to give it to him. Montez had a great game. Gervon had one mistake, but he had a great game.
Gervon was ass, but whatever.
He had a good game today.
Hell no.
And Grady Jarrett had a great game.
Grady Jarrett had a good game.
But Kyler Gordon shows you that when he's healthy, he's all pro. C.J. Gardner-Johnson, he'd earned another contract to me, but I got to give it up.
We show his. I'm sorry, let you go ahead.
I got to give it up to Ryan Poles' second ever draft pick. Jaquan Brisker looked like a 90s, early 2000s hard-hitting safety out there. They were completely balling out. Tyreek had a good game. Nashawn had a good game. And it was just the defense did their part. And I feel like the offense, you know, Ben and Caleb, you know, Caleb's got to work on getting the simple stuff down. Ben has got to work on calling a more balanced game.
Yeah.
The offensive line, people were so worried about the changes. I didn't hear one. Caleb really wasn't pressured that much tonight.
Right.
Joe Tooney showed you why he is a four-time Super Bowl champion. He handled Jared Verse today. And who's the rookie who came in at left guard?
Oh, I forgot his name.
He was awesome.
He was good.
He played good. So, you know, it's gonna suck, Bears fans. I'm be real, it's kind of an underwhelming championship Sunday, mainly because Bo Nix is hurt. Like I think Rams and Seahawks will be a good game. Division game.
Well, you know what? I do not think it was going to be a good game. You know why it's not going to be a good game? I think the Bears just gave the Seahawks the blueprint for
how to
slowing
beat the
down the Rams. The best thing you need to do with them is it's okay to bring pressure.
Yeah.
You can't bring pressure up the middle.
Yeah.
The Bears showed if you blitz Matthew Stafford from the corner spot or just the outside in general, you can make things happen.
Yeah.
It also showed you a little blueprint for stopping Puka. I think Puka probably had 50
Puka had like
60.
Puka didn't do that much today.
He showed up when it was time for
Yeah,
that
of
key
course,
third
he showed
up.
up
Of
when he
course,
time,
he's a
but
tough
it wasn't
receiver,
like
he's a
one
good
of those
receiver.
8 receptions,
Right.
150 yard.
Nashawn Wright, who was covering him a good portion of the game, did a good job. It was almost like a wow. You get what you need from the offense, and then it doesn't work out on. You get what you need for the defense, but you don't get the consistency on the offense.
It was a lot of. I think the third and shorts, the fourth and shorts. Now I gotta give it to Shula, the defensive coordinator for the Rams. I think he had a great game plan. Great game plan. But Ben Johnson, he's got a lot to learn. You know, he this first time he was a head coach and a play caller.
Right.
And you know he made some questionable moves last year against Washington when he was offensive coordinator for Detroit. So. I say all to say this. I think Ryan Poles had a great year as a general manager. I think it's time to give him his credit. All his guys showed up. Kyle Nunn guys showed up today. Right. Colston Loveland was a dog. Luther Burden was good. Now it's time to do that next step, and that next step is to rebuild this defense. Right. Now we got to talk about the DJ Moore thing. So Caleb threw 3 picks today. I think it's the first time in his Bears career he has thrown 3 interceptions in one game.
I want to say I've only seen him do this in college once, maybe against Notre Dame.
Yeah. This is why I say we need to have earned run, ERA, earned run, unearned stats when it comes to interceptions. Yeah. 2 of the 3 picks were not on Caleb Williams, especially that last one. Look, man, I love DJ Moore. Y'all know DJ's a great guy. He has made he's made some great plays. We can't forget about the game-winning touchdown last week. We can't forget about the game-winning touchdown against Green Bay a couple weeks ago. But that was just inexcusable. He stopped running the route. Even on the game winner against the Packers a couple weeks ago, he stopped running. He slowed down a little bit. Yeah. He does that too much. And I don't want to, be hot takey here when I say this, but that type of shit gets you traded. Yeah. And I do think that Ryan Poles has a decision to make this year, this offseason. But that decision makes it difficult when you see Rome is dropping catches that he need to be dropping. And he did. People can say, oh, what about the foot? I hear you. He was doing that on a healthy foot earlier this year. Yeah. When you are a top 10 pick at wide receiver, you should not be dropping the balls that he drops. Right. If he catches that touchdown right there, the Bears are going to Seattle next week. Yeah. So it's just inexcusable, bro. And Luther Burden showed me way more in this year than Rome has showed me in 2 years. Yeah. And that's a problem. So obviously I'm not giving up on the kid, but when you are a top 10 pick, especially at the wide receiver position, you got to show more than that. So I think that the Bears, it was mistakes, and mistakes like this in the playoffs will kill you.
Yeah, I do want to just comment. I asked him, Caleb, with the first question. I was like, on that last play, what did you see and what did you expect? And one of his first few words was miscommunication. Yeah. And that was very clear. He expected DJ Moore to flatten. What he meant by flatten was get in front of the safety, box him out, make a play on the ball. Because from that specific spot, it was either DJ, if DJ's in position, it's either him or it's dropped.
Yeah.
Either or. DJ instead went upfield. Now, again, I want to be careful because, one, you don't want to just slander just to slander.
Right.
But it's not a good thing when your number one wide receiver has a complaint amongst folks who are watching the game that say he slows down, he stops, he takes
From
off
NFL players.
From NFL players. Because
T.O. called
you
it
had
out.
Terrell Owens, one of the best receivers of all time, top 3, top 5, saying that ain't Caleb's fault. What the hell was the receiver doing there? And then, of course,
They said Chris Collinsworth was killing him for like 15 minutes on the post game.
Then also you have to deal with the fact that on that second interception, he expected either Colston Loveland or Cole Kmet to take the DB upfield rather than just allowing him to break off.
At least even that, Colston's a rookie. And this I got to say about DJ.
No, I just want to say you expect that to happen. And so, to Caleb's point, he said he hopes to work on his accuracy next year, his footwork, and also get into more of a groove relationally and socially with his playmakers, his skill players. And so I honor and respect that. Obviously, you never want your star quarterback to say, "Shit, it was them niggas. It wasn't me."
Yeah, he didn't throw him under the bus.
You never, you're not going to see that from any starting quarterback in this league. But when you look at that play, there's almost a sense of, it's like a nasty feeling I have in my mind and in my mouth. I'm like, that can't happen. You can't have that from me, number one.
And he is the highest paid player in Chicago Bears history. No matter which way you want to slice it, you cannot do that shit when you're making over $100 million. You can't. It's unacceptable in the end of the season. It's just simple as that. I'm not going to kill him and do all the other stuff that people will do on the internet, but it's unacceptable. He does it too many times.
Right.
And if I was Ryan Poles, I would seriously consider getting rid of him.
Just commenting on that, I can't see myself getting rid of DJ just because there are so many uncertainties with your number one. Because, Luther Burden is doing great as your 3. Does that mean he can be the number 1? And too many times we've seen guys do great at the 3. When they get more of a role and they become the 2, it doesn't happen. And you don't want to just assume he will. And DJ Moore has a better track record than all of them at number 1.
In today's type of football, your tight end can be a 1.
Sure.
Colston might be a 1.
Sure, but there's no way. I'll be honest with you. There's no way I would get rid of DJ
Now,
Moore.
granted, this is my immediate reaction.
Right.
Talk to me a week from now. Right now, I'm still pissed about it.
My reaction right now is to say there needs to be a tough conversation between DJ and his coaches, and they have to say, DJ, love and respect you, but you're getting paid too much to do that. That being said, his lack of effort or miscommunication is not the reason the Bears lost. The reason the Bears lost is because the defense gave them 3 straight stops on defense against the number 1 ranked offense, and the Bears got 0 points from that. In this situation, that just can't happen. Then also have to deal with the fact that Ben Johnson's decisions to take points or not take points has cost them. Because, again, you have that field goal. If you take the field goal earlier, it's 20-20. Or the Bears just win 17-14, whatever it is, in the regular regulation, and you don't have to go to overtime. So this happens, obviously, with an aggressive coach. You're going to have to deal with this on and off. So I'm not going to place all of the blame on him.
Yeah.
But these decisions have to be made. And right now, I am not the type of person to say, hey, man, they'll be back. I remember watching Peanut Tillman and Brian Urlacher after they lost in the Super Bowl to the Colts. And Peanut looks at Urlacher and says, we'll be back.
I mean, we
Nope.
kind of all knew they wouldn't.
That did not happen. And so because of that, I am not the person to say that they will. Right now, it's like, all right, you're going from – so, Scott, of course, was talking earlier that, we hate talking about house money. But on a literal sense, you are house money to the expectations of the league. You're not playing with house money no more. Right now, you're playing with the –
You're circled on people's schedule next year.
Right. You're circled on
especially
people's
in
schedule.
Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Right, you're circled on people's schedule. They're ready to take you out. They're ready to make the magic of last season not happen this next season. So now it's time for put up or shut up. It's time for expectations. And so the question will remain, what do you do with this? And so right now, I think it comes down to Poles picking up more talent on defense. There being some sort of understanding and better chemistry being built between Caleb and his skill makers, and then figuring out what is the strategy, what is the move for next year, because you can't count on comebacks. I mean, you had 8 if you include this, even though it wasn't a win. It's not going to work next year. That would never work the next year.
Yep.
Now it's time for complete games. It's time for the defense to be consistent, good, period. And it's time for the offense to truly gain a sense of consistency.
Yep. So we're going to do a pod Monday, a live pod. Come on, everybody, join the live chat. Get all of your feelings out. And we promise to do more off-season pods this year. Shout out to everybody who supported 79th and Hallis this year.
One of our biggest, if our biggest
Our best
years.
season. Our biggest season, our best season. We appreciate y'all. It's only going to be a small break because before you know it, we're going to be talking free agency. Free agency is in March. So, before you know it, it'll be before you know it, man. So, for you guys, Scott and Flows, we going to holler at y'all.